So we get ready to begin shortly. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes just to allow a few more people to come on. And we'll be doing a 1-hour yoga class or session. And this will be more mat based today, but if you are needing a chair, then have your chair there, and whenever we're sitting you can be using your chair. And it's going to be a fairly gentle class, so do what you can. Always know that you can skip over something if you need to, and yeah, be gentle. There's no need to force or push yourself. And if you start to experience any pain, know that's always a sign, a one-way ticket out of the pose. So we're going to be focusing on stretching the whole body today, but also helping to build some strength. We'll focus on building some strength in the legs and in the arms. And yeah, hopefully afterwards you'll feel that relaxation for your whole body, and we will end with a short yoga nidra practice. So for that you'll be lying down on the floor for the last 10 minutes, but you can also use your chair. So we're just waiting a few more moments, and I'm hoping that the sound is okay. So and we won't be using any props or anything, but if you have a cushion or something that you can sit on the edge of, that's always a good idea if you are choosing to sit on the floor. And you don't have to sit cross-legged, you can also sit with your legs outstretched, or find another position that's comfortable for you, but try and have the spine upright. We will be starting with a very short meditation. So you can sit in your chair as well, or you can even use a wall to lean on. It's more important that you're comfortable. So starting to settle into your chosen position, and you don't need to be sitting like I am right now. If this is not comfortable to you, you can also sit in what we call this position called Sukhasana. So it's more of an easy cross-legged position, and if you have any cushions handy from the sofa, you can always place them underneath each knee so that you're really supported. So just getting ready to start. So if you can, find stillness in your body. And I invite you to close your eyes, or maybe just keep them downcast. Allow yourself to come inwards, turn the awareness inwards, come into your own space. And take a few slow breaths to arriving on your mat, ready for the practice, or arriving on the chair. So let yourself come into this moment, here and now. You can let go of past or future thoughts. And take a moment to take stock and notice how you're feeling. Notice if there's any areas in your body that you need to be mindful of during the practice. Taking a moment to connect with yourself. And start to notice the flow of your natural breath, moving within the stillness of the body. And notice your breath without changing or controlling it in any way. Become curious about the breath. and notice its qualities. Can you notice every moment of the inhale and every moment of the exhale? And continue following the flow of your natural breath, letting go of everything else but the breath. And naturally the mind will want to wander. When you realize that you've drifted away, with kindness, come back to your breath. And let the breath be an anchor for your awareness. Begin to gently deepen your breath, sending the breath a little bit lower down towards your belly. As you inhale, feel that the belly can expand. As you exhale, feel the belly soften. Slowing down the breath that little bit more. Breathing down into your belly as you let your belly expand as you inhale. And soften as you exhale. And take another slow, conscious breath in, allowing your belly to expand. And for a moment at the top of the breath, pause and then open the mouth and let it all out. And do this again another time. Take a slow, deep breath in. Pause for a moment, feel the body full, then open the mouth and maybe even make a sigh as you let it out. And start to feel into your body again. Feel your whole physical body in your chosen position. Notice the weight of the body on the floor. Notice the touch of clothing against the skin and the air on the exposed body parts. And begin to sense the space around you again. Remember where you are and the position that you are in the room. And slowly, with each breath out, let your awareness externalize again. And start to gently wiggle fingers and toes. And slowly flutter open the eyes again. So just taking a moment to stretch your body any way that you need to. If you have been sitting with the legs crossed, then extend the legs out, give them a bit of a wiggle from side to side. So we will begin from this seated position, so you're welcome to stay in your chair. Otherwise you can sit with your legs outstretched on the floor. And let your shoulders soften. And with the next exhale, slowly lower the chin down towards the chest, stretching the back of the neck. As you inhale, slowly lift the head up and back, going back as far as you feel comfortable. Exhale forwards. Inhaling up. So moving really slow with your breath. This gives you that opportunity to feel inside your body, creating that mindful movement. Noticing all those little muscles in the neck. Notice how they feel with this movement. Right, one more each way. And come back to neutral again. Relax your neck. And with the next exhale, gently tilt your head to your left. Bring the left ear towards your left shoulder. stretching the side of the neck. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale over to the right. Right ear towards right shoulder. Inhale back. And like this, moving really slow from side to side. Can you notice where the neck feels tight? Or maybe where the neck is loose? Try to keep your awareness inside your body. Feeling inside the neck. Shoulders are soft. Making this the last one, both sides. Come back to neutral and relax your neck. And now we're going to move into the shoulders. So as you inhale, slowly draw the shoulders upwards towards your ears. And as you exhale, you can draw your shoulder blades together and move your arms like you're taking off your jacket and bring the shoulders back down. So keep the movement really smooth and light. Inhale up, exhale down. There's no right or wrong way, just want to create some movement. Notice how this feels. And come back a few times the other way. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Good, and relax again. So we're going to place the fingertips lightly on the shoulders, setting up some shoulder rotations. So bringing the elbows closer together in front of the chest. As you inhale, draw the elbows up, start to open them out to the sides, and as you exhale, bring them back down and together. Moving with the breath. Inhaling up, and then exhale down. It's a great way to release tension in the shoulders. Also creating a little bit more space through the chest. Expanding your breath as you move slow with the breath. Next time the elbows come together, just pause. And now we'll move back the other way. Inhale as you draw them up. Exhale as you bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. And relax. Noticing any sensations through your shoulders, through the chest. And now we're going to extend the arms away from us, pressing the palms of hands out. As you exhale, fold your hands down, feel that stretch through the top of the wrist. Inhale as you draw the hands back. Exhale, fold. So you're keeping the arms still. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. One more like this. And exhale. Good. Okay, relax for a moment. And let's turn the hands a few times like you're conducting an orchestra. Really gently. So we're going to come into a warm-up practice called rowing the boat. This is going to help warm up the back of the legs and the spine and the shoulders. So sitting with the legs outstretched, and if you're in a chair you can modify and do this from the chair. Toes are drawing back towards your shins. If you're in the chair, keep the feet flat on the floor so you're steady. So we're going to wrap our fingers around our thumbs and reaching the arms upwards. So try and reach the sky. Lengthen up, feel the lower belly is drawing in, and then look up towards your hands. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, hinge from your hips and bend forwards, reaching your hands down towards your feet. Let the hands run up either sides of your feet and the legs. As you inhale, slowly reaching the arms up, maybe even slightly leaning back. Long stretch up, looking up. Exhale as you fold. Move with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhale as you fold forwards. Keep the toes drawing back towards the shins. We want to warm up the back of the leg. And only leaning back if you feel comfortable leaning back. So as you feel more confident with this movement, you can actually increase the speed. We want to create some heat in the body and let your breath flow freely. Keeping your lower belly drawing in. And then for the last one, slow it down and relax. Rest back on the hands. Take a moment to pause. You might even close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And notice what's happening inside the body. Maybe there are some sensations. Maybe you're noticing a temperature change. Noticing your breath. And allow your breath to slow down again. And then gently start to open the eyes if you've had them closed. So the same leaning back on the hands, moving our awareness into the feet. So as you inhale, point your toes and squeeze the toes in. Feel that stretch. As you exhale, draw the toes back towards your shins and notice how that stretches all the way up the legs. Moving with the breath. Inhale as you point, squeeze the toes. Exhale, draw the toes back. You can be doing this from the chair. Inhale as you point. Exhale, draw back. Make this the last one. And then relaxing your feet again. So now moving both feet the same way, we're going to paint circles with our toes. So legs are staying still. Just imagine that you're drawing circles with your toes and both feet are moving the same way. Can you slow it down? This is helping to release the ankle joints. Try and keep your awareness on the movement, noticing any sensations in your feet or ankles. And then slowly come back the other way. Slowing it down gives you that opportunity to feel. Try and keep your focus on the movement. And relax again. Give the feet a bit of a wiggle. Good. Okay, so now we're going to sit with the legs wide. And let the toes draw back towards the shins. Sitting up nice and tall, fingertips are in front. As you inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, you're hinging from your hips and leading with the center of the chest. As you start to walk the fingers forward, keep that chest space open so the shoulders are down and away from your ears. The center of the chest is shining forwards. Taking a few breaths here. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. With the inhale, focus on the length and the space. And as you exhale, soften into that space. Making sure that you're keeping your back nice and straight. You're not rounding through your back. And now on your next inhale, slowly come back, walk your fingers back. Good. And exhale as you relax. Draw your legs together again. You can rest back on the hands for a moment. Place the feet on the floor and do a few windshield wipers. So rocking your knees from side to side. And then we're going to bend the legs, bring soles of feet together so your knees are coming out to the side. Try and sit up nice and upright and see if you can draw your feet a little bit closer in towards your groin. If this is not comfy for you, suitable for your knees, then keep the feet further away. So we're drawing the feet in so we can sit up nice and tall. This is called butterfly pose. So as you inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, press the knees down towards the floor and feel that stretch into the inner thighs. Inhale as you lengthen and lift, knees can lift. Exhale as you press them down. So it's like a butterfly. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Keep moving with the breath. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. You want to feel the stretch into the inner thighs. And make this the last one. Good. So relaxing again, slide the feet away, draw the knees together, and a few more windshield wipers. Just rocking the knees from side to side. So we're going to come over now onto our hands and knees. We're going to be setting up for cat-cow pose, so you can be doing this from the chair. If you are able to get on your hands and knees, then you can come down, and if you have a blanket handy, if you're feeling discomfort in your knees, you can place the blanket underneath your knees. So come into this position we call tabletop. If you are on your hands and knees, plant the hands so the palms of hands are beneath your shoulders, and your knees are directly beneath your hips. So make sure your knees are separated, and you've got a flat back looking down. Keeping the fingers spread as well, this is important. This helps to spread the weight away from your wrists. So on your inhale, lift your tailbone, let your belly lower. Feel the center of the chest is reaching forward as the head comes up. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, draw the navel in, chin towards your chest as you round through your back. Inhale as you lift the tailbone, let your belly lower. Open the chest as the head comes up. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in, chin towards your chest and round through the back. So moving with your breath. Inhale as you lower your belly, head comes up. Exhale as you draw the belly in, chin towards the chest. So keep moving like this with your breath. If you are in a chair and you don't know this one, you can rest the hands on your legs, and as you inhale, you push the center of the chest forward and look up. Then as you exhale, draw the center of chest back. Round your back as your shoulders come forward and your chin comes down. Legs are staying still. Inhale as you push forwards, looking up. And exhale as you draw the center of chest back, chin comes down, round through the back. Good. So as you can see, it's the same movement. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. So keep moving a few more times, whichever version that you're doing. This is a really, really nice way to stretch the whole back and the neck. And make this the last one, both ways. Come back to a flat back again. Good. So from here, we're going to just open up the sides of the body a little bit. So we're going to walk our hands to the right as we look behind us. And slowly walk the hands back to center. And then walk the hands to your left, looking behind you. Slowly come back. And now we're going to walk the hands forward and just resting on our forearms. Head can bow down. And if you know this pose and you're comfortable, you can explore sliding your hands away from you so your arms are straight. Forehead is resting down, and this is known as melting heart pose. Feel the center of the chest is melting down towards the floor, keeping your lower belly in. Then on your next inhale, slowly walk the hands back. So we're going to do a bit of a shoulder stretch. So start by threading your left hand under, slide the back of hand across, and take your weight down onto your left shoulder. Turn the head to the right. This is known as threading the needle. Try and keep your lower belly drawing in. If you're new to this pose, keep your right hand on the floor. Otherwise, if you feel like you can, release that right hand up and wrap your right arm around your back, reaching your fingers towards your left inner thigh. If you're doing this from a chair, you can just draw your arm, draw your left arm across your chest, so you're feeling this stretch into the outer left shoulder. Just taking a few breaths here. And then slowly as you exhale, release that right hand. If you wrap that around your back, press into your right hand and come back onto hands and knees again. Just take a moment to rest. You might even move your body around in an organic way. And then we'll do that on the other side. So this time the right arm is going across, so the back of hand slides across. Take the weight onto your right shoulder as you turn your head to your left. So your hips stay up. And then choosing whether you keep your left hand down or maybe raise the left hand up and wrap the arm around your back, reaching the fingers towards that right inner thigh. So you're getting the stretch into your right shoulder here. On your next exhale, release your left hand, press the hand into the floor, find your way back up again, and doing any little organic movement that feels nice. So from here we're going to come into child's pose. So you might like to bring the knees a little bit wider, big toes touch, and lower the buttocks back over the heels, forehead resting down on the floor. If this isn't suitable for your knees, you can keep your buttocks more lifted, or you can also place a cushion or something between your calves and your thighs so that you have support and takes the strain out of the knees. Find a way that your head can be resting either on the floor or placing your head on your hands. You can bring the palms of hands together and let your forehead rest down, or you can place the hands in fists and rest your forehead on your fists. So you want the head to be supported so that you can relax your neck. And take a few slow breaths here. Try and let your hips sink down over your heels as you let your body soften into this shape. Try and relax your shoulders. And then on your next inhale, slowly find your way back up and come back onto your hands and knees again. Bring the hands beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. We're going to set up for an alternate arm and leg lift, which can be done from the chair. To start, we're going to stretch out the back of the leg. So we'll start with the right leg and extend the right leg behind you. Toes are on the floor. Push your heel forward and back a few times and notice the stretch into the back of the leg. Making sure that your fingers are spread and your hands are beneath your shoulders. Also consciously draw your lower belly in, so you want to feel the core is active. And then slowly start to lift up your right leg so the heel pushes out. You keep the belly hugging in and try and keep that right hip drawing down. So your right hip doesn't open to the side. You want to keep that right hip drawing down so that the toes are pointing downwards. We're holding here for a few more breaths, so feel the strength in your body. And only if you feel like you can, the next stage we're going to extend the left arm away from us and reach through the fingers, creating that really strong line of energy from the tips of your left fingers all the way down through your body to the heel of your right foot. Exhale, relax. Bring hand and knee back down and take a moment to rest. So if you're really feeling this in your wrist, maybe turn the hands a few times. And setting up for the other side. So make sure the hands are beneath shoulders, spread the fingers. And we'll start by stretching the back of the left leg. So keep the toes on the floor, push the heel forward and back a few times. Take a moment to stabilize your foundation. Keep the weight even through both hands. Lower belly's drawing in, and then lift the leg up. Keep the heel pushing out. Keep that left hip drawing down. So you really have to activate your core to do this. Your left hip is not opening to the side. You're keeping it drawing down, so the hips stay neutral. Then extend that right arm away if you feel like you can. Long stretch. Focusing on a point will help you with this balance, and exhale, relax. Have a little rest, wiggle the hips a little bit, maybe turn the hands again. Now we're going to move more freely from side to side with the breath. So inhale as you lift your right leg up and your left arm. Exhale as you release them down. Inhale, lift left leg and right arm. Exhale down. So let this move from side to side, alternate arm and leg movement. Making sure there's no strain in your neck, you're just focusing on a point slightly in front so the neck remains neutral. One more on each side. And then let's take a rest again, coming back into that child's pose. So the knees can come wide, big toes touch. Lower the buttocks over your heels, rest the forehead down. Modify any way that you need to. Take a few resting breaths here. So from this position, extend the arms away from you and plant your hands mat width apart, spreading your fingers. Start to activate your hands, pressing firmly into all the parts of your fingers. On your next inhale, lift the head, come up onto your knees without moving the hands, tuck your toes under and let your hips go up and back. This is downward facing dog, creating that inverted V shape with your body. And we're going to move around a little bit to start with. So pedal your feet, then one leg, push the opposite heel onto the floor. And this way creating that nice stretch into the back of the legs. Then find stillness. You can bend both of your legs and imagine that someone is holding your hips, lifting them up and back. Purpose of this is to create a longer spine. Keep the belly drawing in and then maybe lower the heels a little bit closer towards the floor. Maybe keeping the legs slightly bent. Feel the strength in your body. This pose is really great for building strength in your arms and legs, building stamina. Take one more slow breath here. As you exhale, slowly come back down again. Just take a moment to rest. And then we can turn the hands again. Most people feel it in their wrists. So from here, we're going to actually step our left foot forward, coming into a lunge. You can bring the hands onto the thigh. So staying in that upright position to start. This is known as easy lunge. But if you can, try walking that foot further forward so you can sink the hips forward and down. In that case, you can come right down onto your fingertips, but create space through your chest. So this is a nice way to deeply open the top of the right thigh and through the left inner thigh. Wherever you're at, make sure that the front of your knee is over the front of the ankle. So this is keeping that knee safe. If you've gone into more of a low lunge, so it's a bit more intense, see if you can bring the hands onto the thigh. And if you're higher up, then you're already there. Try and focus your gaze at a point, and only if you feel steady, going to raise the arms up. You can imagine that you're holding a beach ball. So palms are facing each other, shoulders are soft, and maybe even start looking up. You find it hard to balance, then keep your focus looking down. On your next exhale, slowly bring the hands back, hands to the thigh, and then hands down, step that left foot back. Take a moment, maybe even move the hips around. And then step the right foot forward, hands rest on the thigh, finding either the easy lunge, which is more upright, or walking that foot forward so that you can sink your hips forward and down, keeping the front of the knee over the front of the ankle. Come right onto the fingertips if you're in this low lunge. And then bring hands to the thigh, wherever you're at. Only if you're feeling steady, raise the arms up, shoulders are soft. Imagine that you're holding that beach ball, maybe even looking up. And as you exhale, slowly release your hands back to your thigh. Bring them down as you step that right foot back. So from this position, we're going to walk our hands forward, one hand span in front. Have the hands a little bit wider than the shoulders. Tuck the toes under, hips go up and back, come back into downward dog. So in downward dog, if you're not able to do this position, you can also use the back of the chair. So placing your hands on the back of the chair, shoulder width apart, and then bring your head and back, bring your back down so that it's parallel to the floor. So you're getting that stretch in the same way. And then slowly we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. So keep your legs quite bent. And then plant the feet hip distance apart. Try and let your belly rest on your thighs. And then grab hold of opposite elbows. So your head is dangling down. This is a standing forward bend. We call this one ragdoll. So like a ragdoll, your upper body is dangling down. You might even rock a little bit from side to side. Feel the pull of gravity is drawing your head, shoulders and arms closer towards the floor, and the sitting bones are reaching up towards the ceiling. You're getting that deep stretch into the back of the legs. So from here we're going to release the arms and start to slide the hands up the legs. At the same time, lengthen through the crown of your head and bring your back so it's parallel to the floor. Shoulders are down, away from your ears. Keep the lower belly drawing in. So your chest base is open, the shoulders are down, head is looking down or slightly in front, there's no strain in your neck. This is called Ardha Uttanasana. This is a half forward bend. Hands are resting on your shins or wherever on your legs that you need, so that you can have that flat back. So from here, slowly bend into your legs and slide the hands towards your hips, tuck your chin in, push through your feet as you slowly find your way up, come up to stand. Take your time, there's no rush. Release your arms. And roll out the shoulders again. Come back a few times the other way. Good. So we're going to stand, bring the palms of hands together at the chest. We're going to move through a sequence, and it's just the first few poses of the sun salutation. So take a moment here, make sure you feel steady. Your feet are together or slightly apart, so you feel really grounded. Palms of hands together with the thumbs lightly resting against the sternum. And from here, take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. And as you inhale, raise the arms out to the sides and long stretch upwards. Palms together above the head, looking up. Long stretch. As you exhale, bend into your legs, hinge from your hips and fold forwards. Bring the hands through the midline. Bowing down. Release your hands. Head is hanging down, legs are slightly bent. This is a standing forward bend. As you inhale, slide the hands up with the legs and come to that half position. So your shoulders are away from your ears, your back is flat. Exhale as you fold down again, bending your legs. Head is hanging down. As you inhale, bend through your legs, slowly find your way back up. Arms can reach out to the sides. Long stretch up, palms together above the head. And as you exhale, draw the hands down through the midline. Come back to that start position and relax. So we'll do that again. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. As you inhale, reach the arms out to the sides, long stretch up, palms together, looking up if you can. Exhale as you bend through your legs, hinge from the hips and fold forwards. Release the hands, head is hanging down. Inhale, slide the hands up the legs, come into this halfway position, back is parallel to the floor. Exhale as you fold down again, bending your legs. Inhale, bend through the legs, slowly come back up, reach your arms out to the sides. Long stretch up, palms together. Exhale, hands to the chest. Good. Let's just relax for a moment, bring the arms down by your sides. Take a moment for your body to settle. Connecting with your breath. So standing with the feet either together or slightly apart so you feel steady. We're setting up for palm tree pose. This is going to stretch the spine. We're going to interlock the fingers and rest the back of the hands on top of the head. This is the start position. So this is a balance. So focus your gaze at a point somewhere in front. As you inhale, start to press the palms of your hands upwards as you stand up onto your toes. And reach up as high as you can. This is creating a nice long stretch into your spine and through the feet. Exhale as you slowly come back down again, hands and feet with control. Moving with the breath. Inhale as you press up, long stretch up, feel the lower belly comes in. Exhale, release. Keep moving with your breath. If you are finding this really difficult to balance, can also hold on to the back of the chair and just work on the feet. Then that nice stretch through the soles of the feet. It's going to help with mobility and balance. And make this the last one. And release your arms. So standing with the feet a little bit wider now, hip distance apart. Coming into the swaying palm tree pose. So interlocking the fingers again, rest the back of the hands on top of the head. As you inhale, press the palms up, this time keep the feet flat. Long stretch up, feel the lower belly's drawing in. As you exhale, bend to your left like you're between two planes of glass. Inhale as you stretch up again, try to reach high. Exhale to the right. Inhaling up, so like this move from side to side with your breath. Just be mindful not to overstrain with these side bends. One more on each side. And release. Release your arms. Just rest for a moment. So coming into another arm movement. Standing comfortably. Cross the wrists in front of your body, but keeping the shoulders relaxed. Shoulders are soft. And on your next inhale, slowly start to raise the arms. and bring them up overhead. Tilting the head, looking up if you can. As you exhale, start to open the arms out to the side. You can bring the head back down. And the palms are facing upwards. Bring the arms in line with your shoulders. Inhale as you slowly bring them up again, crossing your wrists above your head, maybe looking up. And as you exhale, draw your hands back down in front and bring them back to the start position, looking down. So moving slow with your breath. This is quite a subtle movement. Inhale as you raise the arms up. Exhale, open them out to the sides. Inhale, slowly bring them back, cross the wrist. And exhale as you draw them down back to your body. Okay, we'll do one more. Inhale up. Exhale, open to the sides. Inhaling up. And exhale down. And release your arms, bring them by your sides. Take a moment to pause, let your body relax. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes for a moment and notice what's happening inside your body. Notice if there are any sensations. Notice your breath. And then start to gently wiggle fingers and toes and slowly flutter open the eyes again. So we're going to stand on the mat with our feet nice and wide. Setting up for warrior 2 pose. This also can be modified to the chair, so you can be sitting in your chair. Do what you can. So feet are nice and wide, about one leg width apart. And then turn your left foot 90 degrees. Turn the toes of your right foot slightly that way to follow. So you've got a slight internal rotation of your right hip. And when you draw a line from the heel of your left foot, it comes to the center of the arch or the heel of your right foot. Just noticing where the hips have landed, your hip bones, and don't try and twist your hips. Keep the hips as they are. Draw the lower belly in, and doing a small adjustment, twist your torso slightly to your right so that your shoulders are now parallel with the long side of your mat. Then we can let the arms come up. Arms are at shoulder height, palms are facing down. And although the arms are out, and this is good for strengthening the arms, you want to try and keep your shoulders soft as much as you can. Take a slow breath in here and lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, going to bend deeply into the left leg. And at the same time, spread your weight even through both feet. So you want to feel both legs are working now. And turn your head to your left. This is called warrior 2 pose. Feel with each breath out, your body's becoming steadier and stronger. Just making sure that your front of the knee is over the front of the ankle. You don't want your knee jutting forward because that's going to be dumping weight, load into your knee. So make sure your feet are wide enough apart. As you bend down, the front of the knee is over the front of the ankle. Looking towards your left hand. So feel the strength in your body, but always with a smile on your face. We are peaceful warriors. On your next inhale, turn the left hand up and start to raise the left hand up towards the ceiling, looking up if you can. Your right hand comes onto your right leg. This is reverse warrior. So first stage, reaching upwards. If you feel comfortable, you can actually start to bend back to your right, sliding that right hand slightly down your leg. Only if you feel comfortable. Make sure you can breathe. That's always a sign that you are comfortable in the pose. Otherwise, backing off. And on your next inhale, slowly bring the arms back out to the sides, back to warrior 2. Exhale as you relax. Rest your legs. Turn the feet forwards again. And now we'll set up for the other side. So turn the right foot 90 degrees. Turn the toes of your left foot slightly that way to follow. Don't try and move your hips. We're going to do that small adjustment, drawing the navel in, twist your torso slightly to your left so the shoulders become parallel to the long side of your mat. Then let the arms come up. Arms are strong, but shoulders are soft. Take a slow breath in and lengthen through the crown of your head. As you exhale, bend deeply into your right leg now. Checking the front of the knee is over the front of the ankle. So make sure your feet are wide enough apart and spread the weight even through both feet. So both legs are working. You should feel your left inner thigh doing some work now. And turn your head to your right. And with each breath out, your body is becoming stronger and steadier, like a warrior, but with a smile on your face. On your next inhale, turn the right hand up. Let's reverse the warrior and raise that right hand up towards the ceiling. Left hand comes on your leg. Keep that bend in your right leg. Long stretch up, and then maybe slightly bending back, only if you feel comfortable. Make sure you can breathe. And on your next inhale, slowly bring the arms back to warrior two. Exhale, relax. Turn both feet forwards. Keep the feet wide. We're going to do a forward bend. So bring the hands onto your hips. Lengthen up through the crown of your head as you inhale. Slightly bend into your legs. As you exhale, hinge from the hips and bend forwards, leading with the center of the chest. Head comes down, then reach the hands down onto the floor. Staying on the fingertips if you need to. And then from here you can start to walk your fingers towards the midline of your body and let your head hang down. Making sure there's no tension in your neck. Getting that deep stretch into your legs. You can explore maybe slightly straightening those legs that little bit more. Taking a few breaths here. Head is off the floor. If you have tightness in your lower back, then make sure you keep your legs slightly bent. On your next inhale, lift the head, look forwards and walk your hands away from you. Trying to get your back so that your back is parallel to the floor. We're going to do a twist. Do what you can. Bring your left hand into the center. Keep your lower belly drawing in. As you inhale, reach that right hand up towards the ceiling, maybe turning the head looking up. Exhale as you slowly bring the right hand down. Plant the right hand in the center. Inhale, reach the left hand up, turning the head looking up. Exhale down, good. We'll do that one more time. Getting that twist in your spine. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down, good. Okay, so we're going to take the weight back into our feet, into our legs. Bend through your legs and slowly bring the hands to your hips, tuck your chin in and find your way back up. Take your time, there's no rush. And then step your feet together. Take a moment to rest or pause. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And notice what's happening inside your body. Notice your breath. And you can take a slow, deep breath in. Open the mouth and sigh it out. And start to gently wiggle fingers and toes. Good. So we're going to actually find our way down now onto the floor. And we're going to be staying on the floor now. So if you have been using a chair, you might want to explore getting onto the floor if that's available to you. Otherwise, maybe you can adapt some of these movements to the chair. And then we will be coming into our final practice, which will be a guided relaxation called Yoga Nidra. So lie down on your back. So have the feet on the floor. Have the feet hip distance apart. We're setting up for bridge pose. So turning the toes in very slightly so the outside edges of your feet are parallel. Head, neck and spine are in a straight line. And your arms are beside you with the palms down. Can lengthen the back of the neck by drawing the chin in slightly towards your chest before you start. If you can touch your heels, you've got your feet too close, so walking your feet a little bit away. As you inhale, press into your feet and gently roll the pelvis up off the mat, pressing your hips upwards. As you exhale, slowly roll the body back down, inch by inch. So making sure that your knees don't splay out to the side. You want to keep the inner thighs working. Inner thighs are hugging in. Inhale as you press up. Pause for a moment. Exhale as you slowly come back down, vertebra by vertebra. Moving with your breath. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Do a few more like this. And make this the last one. And then take a moment to let your back release onto the floor. Just be still for a moment. And then gently or slowly draw the knees in towards your chest. Wrap the hands around the knees. And give yourself a bit of a massage. Maybe move a little bit from side to side. Or even squeezing both knees in as you lift the head. And then bring the feet back down onto the floor. We're going to bring the arms out to the sides. We're setting up for a spinal twist. We'll start dynamically. So as you exhale, lower your knees to your left as you turn your head to your right. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you lower the knees to the right, turning the head to the left. Inhaling back. Let this move from side to side with your breath. And for the next one, when you come over to the left, stay there. And let your legs completely release. If you'd like to make this a little bit more of a deeper stretch, you can start to draw your right leg over across the top and then start to straighten that right leg, but keep the foot resting down on the floor if that's available to you. Holding onto your leg, holding here for a few breaths. Let your legs completely relax and maybe turn the head to the right. And then gently release your legs, bring them back to center, and do this on the other side. So lowering the legs to the right, either keeping them as they are, or you can start to straighten that left leg, maybe taking hold of your leg with your right hand. Turning your head to the left, and make sure that whichever position you're in, your legs are relaxed and supported by the floor. And then slowly bring the legs back to center. Give yourself a bit of a hug again, drawing the knees in, doing any little bit of movement that feels nice. And then sliding your feet away from you, come into this position we call Shavasana. So your feet are going to be nice and wide, hip distance apart, dropping out to the sides. Head, neck and spine are in a straight line, and your shoulders are releasing away from your ears with the arms slightly away from the body. Palms of hands are upwards or inwards and the fingers are soft. This posture is called Shavasana, and I'm going to leave you here as I will be sitting up now so that I can guide you through a relaxation. So make yourself in that position, and if you need any support you can always put a cushion under the head or under the knees. If you're using a chair, then make yourself comfortable but with the spine upright. So find stillness in your body. Come into your own space, closing your eyes, and allow your whole body to release onto the floor. And take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your whole body is softening, letting all tension flow out. The whole body comfortable and at ease in this position. In the practice of Yoga Nidra, the body rests, but the awareness remains active, following the guiding voice. And begin to notice where the body is in contact with the floor. The back of the heels on the floor, the back of the legs. Feel the whole back on the floor. Back of the arms and back of the head. Awareness of the whole body relaxing on the floor. And send the awareness to the sense of hearing. Find a sound. Briefly listen, then let it go, and move on to another sound. And like this, keep moving from sound to sound, like a radar. And hear closer sounds. Hear the sounds within the body. Hear the sound of the breath. And bring the awareness back into the body. As a body part is mentioned, lightly feel into that place and release any tension. And let the awareness move from body part to body part, without moving the physical body in any way. Begin on the right side. Feel the right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, right wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, waist, right hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf muscle, right ankle, heel of the foot, top of the right foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. And move on to the left side. Feel the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, waist, left hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf muscle, left ankle, heel of the foot, top of the left foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, fifth toe. And moving up the back of the body, back of the legs, the buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back. The whole spine from base to top, back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, right cheek, left cheek, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, teeth, tongue, throat, collarbones, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, center of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, pelvis, both legs, both arms, both legs and arms together, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the head and neck, the whole body. Awareness of the whole body connected. And become sensitive to the flow of the natural breath, moving within the stillness of the body. And notice the sensation of each breath. And feel the breath in the nose. Notice the cooler air with the breath in and the slightly warmer air with the breath out. And have an awareness of the whole body, the whole physical body on the floor. Feel the weight of the body. Feel the touch of clothing or coverings against the skin. And notice the air on exposed body parts. And begin to sense the space that the body's occupying in the room and the space around you. And notice all of those different sounds again. And know that the practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to an end. And begin to gently deepen the breath. And with each breath out, let your awareness externalize again. And bring small movement back into your body, wiggling fingers and toes, moving arms and legs, doing any little stretches or movement that your body needs as you come out of this practice. And taking a moment as you find your way back into a seated position to close. And when seated, close your eyes for a few more moments and just take a moment to notice how you feel. Notice any effect from this practice. And bring the hands together at the chest. And I'll say Namaste, which means the light in me sees the light in you. Thank you for your practice today. And I will see you again next week. We will be doing I will be doing a more kid-friendly class as it is going to be the school holidays. But this will be suitable for all ages. So I will see you then. Thank you very much.